Hello friends, during last 1.5 years I have been continuously taking interviews of the off-campus engineers trained from QSpider and Jspider. I have taken interviews of almost 200 plus candidates and selected 20 plus QA engineers trained from the QSpider. Now the question is, why the selection rate is 10%? That is 20 out of 200 folks appear for the interviews. In this video, I am going to discuss about why those 180 folks are not selected and what they need to do to get selected. Before jumping into that, a little bit about me. I am working as a test manager for a big US-based MNC. While discussing with the QA engineers trained from QSpider and Jspider, I come to know that they started their training starting with manual testing concepts, followed by SQL, then Java, Selenium, and then followed by how to prepare for interviews and mock interview, etc. So a couple of points about QSpider. So what I have observed that people doing their courses from Bangalore center of the QSpider has a better success rate compared to the people doing the courses from the other cities. I'm not sure about the reason why the people are doing the courses from the other cities are not conceptually good enough to get selected compared to Bangalore city. So better if you have made up your mind to do a QA course, I will suggest you to do it from a Bangalore center rather than doing it from the other places. The point number 2 that I have observed, many of the folks had started appearing for interviews after completing the manual, SQL and bits of Java and Selenium project. These days, the emphasis is on hiring candidates based on their knowledge on Java and Selenium than a manual testing and SQL. So when interviewer asks the deep knowledge of the candidates on Java and Selenium, then candidates unable to answer. So I'll suggest you to go through the courses, at least complete 80% of the course prepare yourself to appear for the interview. Otherwise, you guys are losing the opportunities to appear for the same company for the next 6 months. So prepare well before appearing for the interviews. Coming to point number 3, 50% of the folks are very bad in articulating the question answers, even to the straightforward ones. For example, when I ask you did your graduation in mechanical, why do you want to pursue your career in QA? 80% of the folks responded this answer, as I am from poor rural background. After 10 plus 2, I did not have any clue on engineering branches, so I joined mechanical. Recently I come to know about QSpider from my friend, and that's why I want to do a training to get a job in IT. I believe you should answer this question more convincingly and give it a better reason to convince the interviewer. Instead of cooking up these stories, you can simply say, during pandemic there is a shortage of job in core areas of engineering, so I have decided to do a course in QA as I have a solid knowledge on computers and tried my hand on it. So better articulation is needed, and it will not come very easily. You have to practice a lot. I will suggest you spend at least 1 hour every day, and best way to do it, record it, listen to it, and then optimize it, and that will definitely bring you to the 20% category. So before jumping into the point number 4, I have a humble request to all of you. If you like my video, please subscribe to it so that I will feel motivated and come up with more industry insight, and that will help you in the long run preparing for the interview. Now coming to the point number 4, the next important thing is Java. We are not looking for expert in Java programming language. Instead, we are looking for someone who is very good in Java, who has a basic knowledge in Java, and who can be trained to write automation script down the line. 80% of the folks are very poor in Java. They only know the definition. When I ask why we need this concept, they are not able to answer convincingly. It is very important that you understand the concept behind the Java topics. For example, when I ask why do we need method overriding concept, the answer that I received is what is overriding is all about. If you don't understand why do we need overriding concept, how do you apply this concept during automation scripting? So as I said, it is very important to understand the concepts of the Java, then only you are able to implement it during script. Now coming to the important concepts of Java that you need to be thoroughly hands-on, like OOPS concept, class, object, inheritance concept, that is a parent-child relationship, then concepts of method overriding, method overloading, interface concept, abstract class concept, what is constructor, how it should be implemented, why you should implement it. Then next important thing is string, the different methods that string supports, how you can use those methods. The next important thing is arrays, integer array, floating point arrays, then character arrays, string arrays, how you manipulate those arrays. You should be hands-on on it. Then finally comes collection, which is a very important concept, especially the array list, set, hash map. What is the difference between array list and set? How to use key value concepts of hash map. Then conditional statements like if, else, break, continue. Then loop, while loop, do while loop, for loop. Then exception and exception handlings. Difference between finally. Then static variables. Then you should know about public static voidment, where what is the meaning of individual keywords that we are using in this statement. Then system.out.println. So these basic concepts you have to very thorough to pass the interview. Now also have capability to solve some of the simple problems like reverse a string, duplicate character in array, finding out the highest, second highest, lowest, second lowest number from an array of, find out a sequence of character from a string, something like sorting of array, searching a particular number from array. So these are the problems that you should be hands-on and able to write a code on it. So once you are good in answering these questions or writing a problem, then I said you go for interview, and I will guarantee you will be 20% category in one shot. For now, I don't want to elongate this video. I will come up with the next series of video where we will talk about Selenium and manual testing. For now, I'm concluding it. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe to my channel.